Hey, Service Nation, so glad to be with you today. Back from our hotel room in Torrey Pines, San Diego, California. My bride was fishing yesterday, but she's decided to join me today. You'll just have to believe me, she's there. I don't know what's up with the light. Makes me look like I'm kind of in witness protection. I am not. It's just if I put lights on behind me, they're all. Anyway, you don't care. Welcome. Glad to have you. So excited. Today we are going to tell you how to get paid to market your service business. Holy crap, when I figured this out, it was a game changer. I'm trying to move this thing. I don't know where to put it. Anyway, I am so excited to share this with you. Again, once you figure out how to get paid to market your service business, your marketing budget becomes infinite. You do what you want, and growth really kind of gets tied up into how well you can execute, how well you can actually hire and do all that sort of stuff, what so many of you guys are good at, right? And you're just like, if I had all the right clients I wanted, I could grow so fast. I can do the operations piece. I just need to get clients. So we're going to talk about that today. Just to give you guys a little backstory for those of you who don't know the show, I spent more than 20 years bullying. I did not bully any businesses, but buying, building, and selling businesses. In the last 5 years, I've spent, my business has been helping other owners of service business grow their companies, get unstuck, grow faster, and really get the time and money freedom that they thought that they were going to get when they started their service business, right? So many of you guys, if you're like me, got into the service business because we didn't like the boss that we were working for, so we quit and realized we're working for another crazy person that we shave with in the mirror every morning, right? So we want to help you guys actually get the time and money freedom that you thought you were going to get going into your service business, as opposed to just working longer hours for less money for an equally crazy boss that just happens to be you. All right, so if you guys are like me, and this is why I love hanging out with entrepreneurs. I always wanted to make money and grow, and it just didn't make sense for me, no matter what the wage was, just to be like, you get paid this flat salary no matter what you do, just drove me nuts, right? I always wanted to grow. I always wanted to do better. Just, it was natural. And I think Service Nation, that's you, right? That's why I'm attracted to you guys, and maybe you'll be attracted back to me. But I always wondered why ultra successful people, right? I'd see people sell their company for 5, 10, 20, $50 million, more money than they're ever going to spend in their lifetime. And they kept wanting to grow, and they kept working on projects with the same passion they had before. And I was always wondering why, right? Why don't they just kind of relax? I told myself, man, when I sell my business for a bunch of money, I don't need to work. I'm just going to do nothing. And then I got to the point in my life where more money didn't really mean more lifestyle. I still remember it's fun when my wife and I would talk and be like, man, if we had 10 times the money we have now, this is the house we'd live in. These are the cars we would drive. These are the clothes we would wear, right? Nothing would change. And I realized as entrepreneurs, we think it's for the money when we're just starting. And again, nothing wrong with money, love the money. But once we get there, we're still driven. And we realize it's about the growth, it's about the doing, it's about the journey, right? Perfect example. We're loving serving owners of cleaning companies, doing fine there, but we know there's more service to do, right? I know there's more entrepreneurs to help and lives to change. So it's really about the contribution and the impact. And a lot of times, we think it's about the money, and once we get the money, we see that. For any of you guys, wherever you are in your journey, I want you to kind of see that now so we can start living for the impact now, right? I remember I used to try to buy my growth by giving other people, marketers, Facebook people, SEO, the Yellow Pages guy, whatever, money to grow my business. But the problem is I didn't have control. And you guys can tell me if this is anything you've dealt with. The problem is if they were good and they charged too much, or they lost interest in helping me with my business, or they sucked. I realized when I kept trying to buy my way into growth with marketing stuff, like I'll give you this money and hopefully you can grow my business was held hostage by their ability, their interest in helping, their pricing structure, their whatever, right? And it wasn't under my control. And the problem is, and again, please tell me if this is where you're at, Service Nation. I would hold nothing back from my business, right? I try not to spoil my kids, but boy, do I spoil my business. Anything I thought it needed, I would put money into. So when anyone comes around and be like, hey, do this for your business, buy this new software, hire this new consultant, pay for this new thing, I would do it, right? The problem was I'm too close to it. Again, as I think why parents spoil their kids and us business owners spoil our businesses, we're too close. We don't know what the business really needs, right? So we just throw a bunch of crap at it, testing it, hoping that it'll bring value. And some do and some don't. But rarely for me in my business, when I spent money trying to grow it, did it get the result that I'd hoped, right? That it actually grew the way, the speed, the return. So we keep trying. It's like a drug. We, put some money into here, we get a little growth, but not all of it. And the crazy thing is, it wasn't that those things didn't work. It's I didn't know how to translate those assets I would buy or invest in. I'd buy all this stuff for my business, again, whether it's software or coaching or advertising or, content or whatever I'm paying for, VAs or just whatever. It wasn't that typically they weren't doing a good job. It was that I didn't know how to translate those raw assets into money or into profit or into growing sales. So today I want to make sure that we don't run into that. And I promise we're going to talk about how to get paid to market your business, but all this stuff beforehand kind of sets the stage for who you need to be and how we need to think about this stuff. So if you don't know what your business really needs or how to give it those things in a way that they translate to value, you're always going to have a cap on your growth, right? That's like I'm trying to think of the word. It's like a treadmill. You're just never going to get off, right? So we want to make sure that we break that right now. The good news is, once I realized that when done right, you can actually track and know what's going on with your marketing, right? So part of it's lack of tracking. You put a bunch of money out and you feel that you don't get quote unquote enough. So I'm using intentionally ridiculous words that I would think. I feel I don't get enough return. And then I say the marketing didn't work. But the reality is my feeling isn't data, and enough wasn't defined, right? I just spend the money, go out there and kind of go, I not even define what success looked like, just know in my heart of hearts as a secret from the world what success should feel like. And then when it didn't feel that way, I'd go, oh, this wasn't a success, right? So let me give you a perfect example that maybe some, if not many of you have done. Facebook ads, right? Everyone, if you've been owning a service business for the last 10 seconds or more, you've heard that man, Facebook's the gold rush. If you just put money into Facebook, you'll crush it. So if you're like me, you tried like a 5 or 10 or 20 or $50 a day budget, and you ran traffic to your website and nothing happened, right? Or you got some calls, but you're like, were those from Facebook or did that? You don't know, right? And you go, well, that was expensive, and you quit. And then whether you say it or not, we feel things like, well, I don't think Facebook works, right? And it just makes us more crazy. We see all these people online going, look at all the money I made off Facebook, right? You're like, is he, we tell ourselves, maybe that guy's a liar. Maybe he is, I don't know. But we just don't want to deal with the potentiality that there's opportunity there just because we couldn't figure it out, right? So once we're gonna figure it out right now. And once I move from sending paid traffic to a website with no funnel, right, or any real offer that was of interest to them, right? It just said something like call now for a free estimate or maybe get 10% off or something. Once I moved from that into a funnel where I actually got paid to get a customer, so as opposed to I put $100 into Facebook or 1,000, whatever it is, and I got some results, I think, and we do some because we didn't track it, which is how we feel, and it's not enough, or I don't know, and it just kind of peters off, right? Because we just don't know. So once you move from that to, I know that every time I put $1 into Facebook, I get 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 15 back, and I can prove it on paper. Now your marketing budget is unlimited, right? And you can go from chasing everybody. That's another thing. We're going to talk about that. Chasing everybody with a limited budget, right? Especially in the service business. If you got a landscaping business, you're like, well, gosh, anybody that's got, two blades of grass out front could be a potential customer. But the problem is I'm in Phoenix, right? So there's 5 million people here. We don't have the money to market to those people. Once I went from that to marketing to people that are only my ideal prospects and getting them to come to me, and I knew that every dollar that went out to market brought back friends, I could do it. So allow me to share the framework that helped me transform from just throwing money at stuff, hoping it would work, and not getting the results I'd hoped for, to scalable, repeatable, dependable growth. All right, so first and foremost, and everybody skips this, makes me nuts, identify your perfect prospect. So again, if everyone is your prospect, no one's your prospect. We talked about landscapers, let's do HVAC. If you're like commercial, residential, renters, owners, 1 AC units, 10 AC units, this part of town, that part of town, don't care. Everyone that's got an air conditioner or wants an air conditioning, that's my prospect. You're going to get crushed. So first, start by, I am going to, owners of homes within these 3 area codes or zip codes, which is the one, yeah. Area codes is phone, not 3 area codes. Let's start with zip codes. We'll work our way up to area codes. So identify your perfect prospect. Here's a big one. If you're writing stuff down, change your identification or your definition of a lead from someone that calls or emails in, right? That's what I used to think, by the way. If they walk in my door or pick up the phone and call, or nowadays email, or if we've got some sort of text or someone that actually reaches out for information, that used to be my lead. Now, change it to anyone that raises their hand and says they're interested. And we're going to talk about exactly what that looks like and why there's just a massive amount of opportunity, right? So, first, identify your prospect, your perfect prospect. Be super clear on who it is. So, if we're not clear on who we're trying to help, we can't help them. The name of this podcast, Grow My Service Company. Guess who my perfect prospects are? It would be owners of service companies that want to grow, right? Super simple. Change your definition of a lead from someone that calls in and asks for your help to anyone that raises their hand. And the next step, get people to raise their hand. And you might be going, okay, well, what raise their hand? What does that mean? Like, I don't even know what that means. We'll talk about that. But the way we get them to raise their hand is stop trying to get them to give you money or call now for a free estimate, because they're not going to. Or they will, but if that's the first interaction that you've had, right? When I first met my wife, if I said, hey, let's go on a 3-week trip to Mexico, I probably would have got slapped in the face. But now if I said it, after we've built a relationship and I've nurtured that relationship, I'd hopefully get a hug. So we are going to get people to raise their hand, not by trying to get what you want right away, but giving value. Giving a free service, useful insider information that you know because you're in the service business, making them laugh, giving them status, making them feel appreciated, give them a free upgrade, solve multiple problems that they have in their life, not just HVAC, other homeowner problems that they may have. These are all ways that you can give value. Once you start giving value, guess what this is, by the way? This is my best effort to give you guys, owners of cleaning companies, value. You'll start building a list of people who have raised their hand and know, like, and trust you. So the way you can get them to raise their hand, and I'm going to do an example of this at the end. I'm going to give you massive value for free. All you got to do is raise your hand and go, that's me. I'm your perfect prospect. You can get them to give you their email address in exchange for a lead, in exchange for a lead magnet, a book, an ebook, a video, anything of value. You can invite them to a lunch and learn. You can there's 1,000 ways you can get them to give you some sort of information, right? Here's my name, my address, whatever, in exchange for something that only someone would want that is your perfect prospect, right? So if you had a lead magnet, a checklist, it's like 5 ways to make sure, I live in Phoenix, so we'll go with the hot side of HVAC, 5 ways to make sure it's never 100 degrees in your house and you don't have an emergency with air conditioning. In Phoenix, the only person that's going to raise their hand is someone that owns an air conditioning unit is worried about that. Well, guess what? That's your target, prospect. So here, I don't think there's anyone listening to this broadcast, or very, very few, that don't own a cleaning company want to grow, right? So I'm creating content that the only people that would absorb it are people that are my perfect prospects. So that's how we get them to raise their hand. You can say, and I'm going to show you an example of how to do it at the end of this, how I do it, but you can say, give me your email address, click here. Show up here, give us your information. The old style way of doing that was fitness clubs built their whole industry on this. The big box guys, they would, if you went and there's like, hey, put in your business card or fill out this little form for two free weeks of membership at our gym. Well, the only people that want membership at a gym are people that want membership at a gym, right? So if I put in my business card for 2 free weeks, that's a lead. That's right. They get hundreds of those. And guess what? Everybody won the 2 free weeks, right? It's a great way to get people to raise their hand and go, I'm your perfect prospect. So that's how, again, that's the lowest tech way you can do it, is a Lucite clear box at the Taco Bell saying 2 free weeks. Boom, they just put in their information. We can do it digitally. You can do it any way that you like. All right, once you've got that list of people that know, like, and trust you, here's the key. So many of us, A, don't build the list because we don't think it's going to work. And I'll talk about that. And then B, even when we have the list, we keep putting all our time and energy on getting more people, right? So we've got people that have raised their hand and go, I would like a 2-week free membership at your gym, or I would like information on how to make sure my landscaping doesn't violate my HOA policy, or I would like information on how to do an addition to my home electrician and make sure that I follow code, or whatever the case may be. Start focusing on them, right? So if everybody's your target customer, there's millions of them, and you don't have billions of dollars in your marketing budget, but you've got 47 or 407 or 4,000, or, I think we've got 35,000 people on our list of people that have raised their hand, you can spend the bulk of your money for marketing on those people because you already know that they're your target customer and they're interested. So that's the trick. Let me tell you what this might look like. Back to our Facebook ad. So, These are super common numbers, by the way, so I'm not making them up to make my point. These are I've coached hundreds of people. This is very common. So say we spend $100 just to make the numbers easy, and you're getting clicks for $2 a click. Actually, that's probably hard. You probably pay a little more, but let's just say you're pretty good at it. You get 50 clicks to your website for $100. But the problem is your website, the call to action is call now for a free estimate or $25 off if you know some weird thing. You know as well as I do, you're going to get 0 to 5 calls. And the problem is, if 0 to 5 of those calls for $100 were actual good leads, that might not be a bad idea. But the problem is, they're all going to be not your target or acceptable prospect, right? Hey, can you come out to this city or do this thing? You know, services you don't, because they don't know you. They're just strangers. There's no relationship. So they're typically not ideal customers and often not even possible customers, right? They're outside of your trading area. They just want service you don't have. And the bulk of the ones that do call were already looking for you, and they were just using your website as a yellow pages. And maybe they were looking for you anyway, and they're like, oh, well, I guess I'll get this $25 off anyway. So it's not the right kind of person. It's not building the relationship properly. So you can spend $100. That's what we get that feeling of, well, 2 or 3 people called, but was it from the website? Were they going to call anyway? I don't know, right? So that's where it gets muddy. Let's talk about a new funnel. Let's talk about a way to do it where you can actually get paid to market your business. So that same $100 on Facebook, that same $50 or that same 50 clicks, but instead of going to your website that just says call now for a free estimate, they go to a specific page. So I know that they've clicked on this ad. So guess what? I'm going to match the page to the ad, right? So if the ad said, click here for 5 things never to do when hiring a landscaper, well, guess what's going to be on that page? 5 things never to do when hiring a landscaper, right? It's not going to be my website it's got all this information about me and how we're so great, we can give to the poor and all this information. It's going to be exactly what they want. How do I know it's exactly what they want? Because they clicked an ad saying it's what they want, right? So we're making it easy. We know what they want. We just told them in the ad. So we're going to give it to them at the landing page as opposed to a website. It's going to have a landing page fulfilling whatever offer you made in the ad. So what's going to happen with that is, if you've got, and this is bad, right? A good landing page, if you get 50 clicks, should have 30, 25 people opt in. Let's say only 15. So 50 people click saying, I want this video series on X, however you're solving their problems, or I would like that free cleaning or that free whatever, or to come to your lunch and learn, or whatever offer you're giving to give value. Of the 50, 35 people, even though you're giving them exactly what they click for, 35 people pass. Only 15 take action. And let's say your call to action is to put in their email. Put in the email so I can email you this thing that I promised, right? Well, then guess what? They're going to put in their email, yes, I want 10 reasons or 10 things not to get screwed when finding a plumber, right? And if I'm own a plumbing service company, someone downloads that. That's a pretty good indicator. They're looking for plumbing, right? So guess what? They're going to click, I want that. They're going to put in their email, click submit. The next page is going to go, great job. You know, we're emailing you that thing that we promised. And then there might be a 2 or 3 minute video. And you might go, hey, if you were looking for 10 reasons not to hire a plumber, 10 ways to get screwed, let me just give you the top 3 right now. And if you're like, hey, I need some help, right now look below. There's a place you can book your first appointment. You can have a calendar. So that thank you page is still going to have, of those 15 people, if you make them another offer, hey, if you book an appointment right now, now's when you make the offer, because you know these are the ultra interested, right? So as opposed to trying to advertise to the billion people out there, we're only advertising to the 50 people that have clicked on our ads and said that they're interested. And only the 15 of those that have given us their email information and said, I'm really interested. Then and only then, after we've given value, then we might say, call now for a free estimate. Or if we come out for an estimate in the next 24 hours, we'll give you this extra bonus thing, right? We're going to give them even more value. So let's play out how the numbers work. On the first funnel, you spend $100, you get 50 clicks to your website, and you get 0 to 1 clients, maybe. You can't even track it. With this new one, you spend the same $100, you get the same 50 clicks, but instead you get 15 people give you their email address. That's 15 free leads. They've raised their hand going, I'm interested in what you do. And you got 3 people that schedule the call. If one of those becomes a customer, and let's say, I'm going to make it super easy. I don't know which of you would have a customer only worth $200-300, but say a customer is only worth $250 to you. And if that's the case, we need to talk, because that customers should be worth way more in any of the services that I've mentioned today. So let's say customers only worth $250 because the rest of your business systems aren't great. You just got paid to get a new customer, right? You put $100 in ads, you got a $250 customer today. And again, even if your initial sales is only $250, we should be able to, your lifetime value of that customer might be $5,000 or $10,000, right? And you got 15 new leads, right? You spend that $100 a day all of a sudden that's 15 leads a day times 30 days. We got 400 or 500 leads a month coming in, and we're getting paid to do it, right? So we move from putting money into Facebook and nothing really happens that we know about to getting hundreds of leads a month, getting paid to do it, and getting new customers that we can market to. You now have a funnel that pays you to get clients. Your marketing budget is infinite, right? At this point, you're like, well, how much can I spend? As much as Facebook will take, right? And obviously there's some ways to add and all sort of stuff. But from a budget standpoint, you can spend all the money you want because every dollar you put in, you get dollars out. So the beautiful thing is we've done this in our company, and that's why Grow My Service Company exists. We have so many leads coming into our other service coaching business. My only job is to go find more leads and help more people. So, because we've got funnels that work every time. This has not just changed my life, but the lives of thousands of owners of service business. It helped me move from needing money to having money, and scratch that itch of, oh my gosh, if I had unlimited clients, what could I build? How big could it be? And be able to grow as fast as I wanted to grow, as long as I could create the systems and processes and grow as a leader to handle that, right? It really allowed me to be the entrepreneur that I believe I was born to be. And it can, more importantly, can allow you to be the entrepreneur that you were born to be. If you're here 20 minutes into this thing, I'm going to have a feeling you are really a committed owner of a service company that really wants to grow. So let me show you exactly what that looks like in terms of, well, what's your lead magnet? How are you going to get me to opt in? How are you going to get me to raise my hand to be a lead? I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to do it. And we change these all the time. So feel free to listen to all the episodes and go, what different things did he do? And I'm happy to share with you what worked and what didn't. When I first sold my last brick and mortar business 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote a book called I'm a Freaking Genius. Why is this business so hard? Everything I'd learned in 20 years distilled down in that one little $20 book on Amazon. I'd love to give you a copy for free. Just direct message me on Instagram. You can subscribe at Instagram.com/Grow My Service Company. That's me. There's a picture of me, maybe even in a shirt, I'm not sure, with a mop, just because I thought it'd be hilarious. Just direct message me. Well, first of all, subscribe, rate, and review to the show. If you're getting value, and refer to a friend, for crying out loud. All of you guys should know lots and lots and lots and lots of service companies. If you're getting value, right? If you're not getting value, for crying out loud, I don't know why you're still here. But if you are getting value, refer us to a friend, subscribe, rate, and review. Certainly in the first 2 months, I don't know when you're listening to this, but if it's within the first 2 months of us launching, we'll definitely take the subscriptions, rating, reviews, and just direct message me on Instagram, the word subscribed. And I will take your word for it that you subscribed, rated, reviewed, and referred. And I'll get you a copy of I'm a Freaking Genius. Why is this business so hard? And also just let me know. We can chat. Tell me what you need. So that's that. Also, if you want to just get all the heads up on everything that we're doing, right now we're doing exactly what I'm telling you. We have nothing for sale at the moment this is being recorded. I'm just trying to give value into this community, but we've got my new book coming out. We've got a Facebook group. I'm doing these broadcasts live. I'll probably start doing Q&As. If you want to get all the updates on all the cool stuff or the tools that we're giving you to grow your service company, go to growmyservicecompany.com. Everything's going to be there. You can give us your email address. Say, hey, I'm a lead. I'm a service company that wants to grow. And we'll just, make sure we'll keep you up with all the cool. Most of it's free, by the way. And that's just how we've grown our businesses. We do 92% of everything free. We get tens of thousands of people that are fans that want help. And then we spend our time serving the hundreds that want our help. So that's it, guys. Hopefully that really helped you move from, oh my gosh, I could turn marketing from expense into an unlimited budget to get customers. If you have any questions, reach out to us at growmyservicecompany.com. We are here to serve you. Can't wait to meet you.